I've been thinking about ultras for quite some time now. After a successful bikepacking trip in the Balkans, I wanted to see what else I'm capable of. So, we're on the way to my first endurance cycling event ever, Ultra Gravel Latvia. It's a 583 kilometer gravel race across Latvia. Previously, I hadn't cycled more than 200 kilometers in a day, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. There's only one way to find out, so join me on this journey and I'll take you through all the good and the bad. We stayed in a school not that far away from the start line. I slept pretty well and had some tofu scramble for breakfast. We shot some hoops, had some coffee, the vibes were good. Alright, good morning. Going to the start line. Yeah, feeling a little bit nervous. I was both excited and a little bit scared. This was kind of a big deal for me. I had already signed up for an ultra in Spain, and it would be really unfortunate if I would realize that I actually don't like endurance cycling. But anyway, the time has come. As the race started, I was really hyped. My strategy was to go slower than I usually do and find my own pace. I have two goals for this race. The first, and the main one, is just to finish. The second one is to take photos and film stuff. Early on, I teamed up with Katrina, and we ended up sticking together for quite some time. Been riding for like 2.5 hours now. So far so good. It has dawned on me that this is my life for the next 30 hours or so. But, you know, it'll be fun. Absolutely love riding here. I haven't explored this region of Latvia that much, so yeah, it's cool to ride in new places. Yeah, it's just stunning. Overall, Latvia is quite flat, but this first section was relatively hilly. But now it was time for some snacks and to have a little break. By now, we were around 70 kilometers in. I adored these countryside shops. And this toilet was absolutely stunning. I was having a real good time, lost in my thoughts, and enjoying the scenery. With our spirits high, we surpassed the 100k mark. Alright, we're rolling into the checkpoint very soon, which is good timing because I'm starting to get a bit tired. Yeah, now I'm just gonna eat some stuff, take a small break. Alright, we've just left the first checkpoint. Stopped at the gas station, have a cheeky panini in my pocket. And now it's 70k until the town where we resupply for the night. It's actually so hard to ride and film. A massive respect to dudes who ride ultras and make actually good content from that. It was smooth gravel here, so we just put our heads down and pedaled. I wasn't really thinking much. It wasn't good or bad. I didn't feel like anything, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Once again, I was lost in my thoughts, and time just flew by. I was feeling at peace, but the thing about these races, things can change quickly. Yeah, now starting to get pretty tired. I am counting down kilometers in my head to the next pit stop, where we'll have dinner, but it's not a good thing to do. Because what I need now is just focus on where I am now. Just move my legs. Because yeah, once I start dreaming about food, where I'll be in an hour or so on, yeah, it's not good. Just gotta be here now and push on. We had been riding for 9 hours, and both of us needed a break. So we made the decision to stop for a bit, because we were cooked. It was time to change into warmer clothes, charge bike computers, and mentally prepare ourselves for the long night ahead. Alright, we've set out from Vichy. Had a cheeky burger. Bought loads of food because the next shop that will be open. It's gonna be quite some time. It's gonna be interesting. First time riding through the night. Definitely should stick together. And yeah, hopefully it's not too cold. With the darkness rolling in, we passed the 200k mark, and this had become my longest ride yet. At first, it was a little scary, as I don't really like cycling when it's dark, and you could hear dogs barking in the distance. But as we carried on and grew more and more tired, it didn't matter that much anymore. This was all we could see, and we had been cycling for 14 hours now. We were reaching a low point, and all the struggles from before seemed so easy compared to this. Oh, taking a small break now. Yeah, not really in the best place for the last, I don't know, 40, maybe 50 kilometers. It's tough for both of us. Yeah, stomach's a bit hungry, but I can't really eat. I still try to, but the thought of food just, yeah, it's too much. Legs are feeling fine though, so that's nice. Yeah, it's just like the general tiredness that really got to me. My head's a bit, not really dizzy, but like, I don't know, woozy. Like when I move my head just a tiny bit, it feels like it doesn't have any stabilization, if it makes sense. I don't know, it's hard to describe. I'm feeling something like that for the first time. Have been thinking about taking a nap. Yeah, I want to remember things from this event, and I actually want to enjoy it. Time's just been going forever. Yeah, that's all. After 17 hours and 280 kilometers, we reached checkpoint 2, where we decided that we need some sleep. Good morning. Feels so slept for like 3 or 4 hours. We finished the night at 4 a.m. and it was just crazy. But it's such a mental game. You just have to trick yourself into carrying on. Because my body is kind of giving me warning signs, you know. I've eaten stuff quite a lot this morning, but it feels like nothing helps. I'm still hungry, don't have energy, but yeah, it's just gotta push on. I'll try my best to get into a better mindset. We met Jurgis at checkpoint 2 and decided to cycle together. Unfortunately, Katrina wasn't having the best of times either, and she wanted to ride at her own pace. Sadly, we made the decision to split up. Feeling a lot better now compared to the morning. Still having some problems with my stomach, but it is a little bit better. Definitely in a better place now. I want to be here and try to enjoy the moment that I'm in. Really happy for myself, kind of proud that I got over all the bad stuff in the morning. We cycled through flat farmlands with around 350 kilometers done. Yeah, it's crazy how just a few minutes in an ultra can change so much. Just a little while after recording the last one, just hit a wall and everything got so difficult. I've been thinking for this past section about how we not necessarily enjoy things while we do them. And what I mean by that is
for example, for myself, I love going on hikes, but quite often I don't actually enjoy the hike itself. I enjoy the feeling that I get afterwards. So yeah, I'm trying to think about it more and actually enjoy it in this very moment, because I chose to be here, and it's a privilege to be here. It's not always that easy to be so appreciative of that.
We had been riding together with Jurgis since the morning and decided that it's probably a good idea to stick together through the night as well. Here we are past the 400k mark. My mood was going up and down, so I listened to some music. And cycling through these pretty forests, I felt present. For a moment, I wasn't tired or sleep deprived. Every now and then, I would feel so at peace. For the most part, I would struggle, and then I would feel really happy for a few kilometers. I would reach a state of clarity, and with all this struggle, it was worth it.
We have just a tiny bit over 100k left. We're coming closer and closer to the finish line. It starts to feel more real. It's actually gonna happen. It's a bit difficult to express my thoughts. Alright, better keep moving.
I've been photographing for the past 10 years, but these last months have been difficult. I felt creatively empty, unable to pick up a camera. So to be there in the moment and once again do what I love, it meant the world to me.
Yeah, we've dressed up for the night. Still have some 80k to go. Probably not gonna film much because I'm gonna focus on getting some kilometers in.
We were heading right towards the storm clouds, and I was preparing myself to cycle for the last few hours through the rain. Luckily, that wasn't the case, but it doesn't mean that it was easy. The last 50 kilometers were the real test. I was hallucinating, but I tried to record something anyway. For your pleasure, I left it unedited.
Alright, we're slowly getting to the finish line. There's maybe like 10 or 15k left. And Jesus Christ, it's so hard. Jurgis is having knee issues, and I feel just like I'm losing my mind. I'm kind of surprised that I can form sentences right now, but I'm just saying stuff. You know, there's like a branch at the side of the road, and I think it's some kind of an animal or figurine or whatever. I just feel like I'm an autopilot. I keep moving, but I like to use the word. I like to use the saying "head empty, no thoughts," and this is legit what I feel. It's just difficult to think, to even speak. Understand what's going on, where am I? So yeah, my head's pretty empty right now, but I try to think about the journey we've been on, because yeah, it's been wild, and it's nearly over, but it's really difficult for me to speak right now. Okay, I'm struggling. That's why I haven't filmed much as well. It's just can barely form sentences. So maybe at the finish line, or maybe some afterthoughts later. But anyway, thanks for tagging along the journey. It was a wild one for me. I really enjoyed it. It was tough, but I learned a lot. It's crazy. This stuff is crazy. Yeah. Okay. Bye now.
For the last few kilometers, even though it was such a struggle, I enjoyed myself. Because I actually did it. I finished. 41 hours later, I crossed the finish line.
Finito!
So was all the pain and hallucinations worth it? Definitely. I connected both with myself and my surroundings on a completely different level. And that's not only because of the hallucinations. I have noticed that whenever I challenge myself physically, I can tune in with my emotions better and see them more clearly. And that's a big aspect of why I do these things. I want to understand what I'm made of. Also, this race helped me fall back in love with photography. These aren't award-winning photographs, but what matters most is I really enjoyed taking them. Being out in nature after cycling for 20 hours, taking a picture, and doing what you love. It's moments like that which make it all worth it. In the end, I'm not the fastest guy. I was 42nd out of 55 that finished and 70 that started. But for me, it doesn't matter. I had two goals, to finish and to take pictures. And in the end, I succeeded in both. As the roll of film is coming to an end, so is this video. I really enjoyed making this, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for all the support, and I'll see you on the next one.